There's a staircase going up and not really. So, I was planning on stopping in about 12 minutes, but if I don't get to a save point, I won't be able to. So I might have to go longer than I thought. I mean, there are save states, but I'm not really sure how I'm going to handle the syncing of the voice and the save states. It could get a little complicated, so for today I'll just go until I find another save point. Level 5 death. Everyone with a multiple of 5 level gets killed, and that was everyone. Oh, crap. Okay, so maybe I should go level up a little bit before I go down there. Yep, they're all level 20. Okay, so we'll level up until 2 people are at level 21. That sounds good. Once we get there, we should be okay. And I'll make it a priority to make sure Lena, the red mage, is at 21 because she is able to use life, which will heal someone who's been killed and raise them back up. And so let's check the stats to see how long they have to go before they gain a level. This one needs 2,700 about. This one needs 1,700. This one needs 1,900. This needs 2,300. So basically, we'll have to get about 2,000 more experience points before we can continue on, because if not, that skull, what was it, 64 page, will kill me very easily. And actually, someone had learning. So learning will allow you to learn the enemy's attacks if you are affected by it. In other words, whoever has learning will be able to learn level 5 death. I'll have to make sure that they learn it, because if not, it's kind of a lost opportunity, because there's not very many enemies that will use level 5 death on you, and you can only learn enemies' attacks if they use it on you. I've got another turtle shell. So I did mention earlier that I got a cold. Maybe if you've been watching all of the parts in sequence, you remember me saying that, hopefully. And when I got the time I got the cold was probably caused by when I went to buy a Fukubukuro from Yodobashi Camera, which is and again, I'm living in Japan right now. So a Fukubukuro, I guess you could, if you want to translate it into English, you could call it a grab bag. And basically, it's just a lot of old merchandise that they have piled up, and they just sell it to you at a discounted price. And it's in a bundle, but they don't tell you what it is. So you have no idea what you're buying, but it's kind of exciting to not know and to just spend the money on it and gamble on it. So I did that. And when I was waiting online, there were a few options that I could choose from. And I was waiting online for quite a while, like maybe 2 hours. And one of the options, there was a few options. One was like the video game dream. One was the laptop dream. One was a not digital TV, flat screen TV dream. Although I'm sure they were digital. And so a lot of like various dreams. Just basically insert the name of a expensive product and then the word dream, and that was my options. That were my options. Those were what my options were. And I thought that the dream included items that were supposed to be accessories for that product. So the laptop dream would be laptop accessories, like maybe a digital camera, or I don't know, a mouse, stuff like that. And I already have 2 computers, and so I don't need another computer. And I said, okay, well I have a laptop, and so let's buy the laptop dream, and we'll just that just seemed like the most appropriate decision for me. And I didn't have a flat screen TV, so I didn't buy the flat screen TV dream. Although that did sell out before it was my turn online. And so when I went to get the box, well, the grab bag, I noticed it was very heavy, and so I thought, I wonder if this actually has the computer in it. And it was kind of like a passing doubt I had, and I basically ignored it. And so I paid about $500 on this box, which I had no idea what was in it, and may have had a computer I didn't need in it. And turns out it had a computer in it. And a laptop computer. And it's not really all that great. It's like 1.7 gigahertz Pentium Celeron. And it had Vista Home Basic on it. And it was basically like it was basically a useful thing, but I had no use for it. I already have 2 computers. And so I decided to use this opportunity to install Linux and learn how Linux works. Because I have Windows on my other 2 computers, and Linux has always been kind of a mystery to me. Like, I've never actually understood it that well. I learned how to use it in college, but not Linux, but Unix in general. But I didn't really know how to, like, administer it or set it up very well. And so I'm using this opportunity to learn, like, Linux administration and learn about the Linux kernel, which is basically like the core of the operating system. And so I bought a book on that, and I'm reading through that book to learn about the Linux kernel and practice Japanese reading comprehension. And we'll see how that goes. It's pretty interesting. I mean, I kind of wonder how similar Windows is. Windows probably uses a lot of the same strategies, but I don't have any way of knowing that right now. And so that and recording video games, I guess, is my hobby for now. Before I moved to Japan, my hobby was learning Japanese. But now that I'm in Japan, it's kind of like weird to just kind of, I don't know, you have that as a hobby. So I have to find new hobbies now, I suppose. So this whole time I haven't been paying